So what news do you bring for us today, Dr. Faber? Are you expecting a year of disappointments for 2017? That's what I'm hearing.
As we go, or as we come into 2017, investors seem to be extremely optimistic about U.S. equities and about the U.S. dollar. They are less optimistic about bonds, but the U.S. dollar equities are favorite investment vehicles, and people also think that real estate will continue to go up.
Well,
and I think we could have a year of disappointment in the sense that, stocks closed down 2017, that bonds are also on the weakish side, maybe less than stocks, and that also real estate weakens, and that even commodities would weaken. Not all of them, but some. And at the same time, we could have dollar weakness.
So let's dive deeper into the commodities space. I heard that you're liking platinum, and you still like gold. Is this correct?
Yes. I'd like to specify or explain one point. The individual investor, the normal investor like you and me, he will find it difficult to trade commodities where he has to roll over his position every month or every 3 months, which is very costly, or when he has to buy a commodities ETF, that does the rollover for him, but it's still very expensive. So for the normal mortal like us to be invested when you want to have exposure to commodities, the best is to essentially be in precious metals, gold, silver, platinum.
All right, gold, silver, platinum. Anything else that you're liking right now, Dr. Faber?
Well, I believe that agricultural commodities could have a big move this year. Some of them had already a big move last year. Say sugar, it was up almost 100%. And some others, they've come off the lows, but they're still by historical standards very low. And the difference between precious metals and, say, agricultural commodities is this. But in general, agricultural commodities cannot be stored for 5, 10, 100 years. They perish. So there is a demand for food in the world, and the price will very much depend on that year's crop. If there is a crop failure, then prices can go ballistic.
Just to wrap, Dr. Faber, so you mentioned the mining stocks. Are there some gold and silver companies you're liking that you can give us some names?
Well, they have now moved up quite a bit, but I mentioned on several occasions I couldn't really recommend it because I'm on the board of one of these companies. But I mentioned several times Ivanhoe Mines.
Right.
And it's gone up more than 5 times from the lows of last year. The other one was Northern Dynasty. And some people will say, well, these stocks have already had huge run-ups and they're unattractive. But that would not necessarily be my view in the case, for instance, of Ivanhoe Mines.
All right. Good thoughts. Thank you, Dr. Faber.
You're welcome.
And thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We'll have more gold coverage coming up on Kitco's Gold Report.